as well, the coach of Rockbank in his third game. They've lost their opening 2 games, but they'll be up and about.
Yeah, let's see how he goes today. We know what he used to be like when he used to play football, so let's hope he coaches the same way.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, the siren has started on this one, and it's Rockbank to the right of it, or the Laurie Green Pavilion. And the first time we've seen Rockbank in season 2015 as the ball goes up towards centre half forward. The Tigers are moving to perfection earlier on. Ball up to half forward, just over the head of Kent. There for the Tigers, 35 metres out from goal. Chance here for the Rams. They're conceding ground now there through Alan Hill, who switches it across to Russell Rich. Rodney Rich is in part of the team as well. He wears number 3. How's that for confusion as the ball ricochets and goes out of bounds in the opening stages, Shano?
Yeah, that's a great start by Lancel to get the ball out of the centre there, and they look on target early with having that first early smother.
Yeah, well, and I think the breeze is more or less favouring the other right of it all, as well as rucks go up again. Thompson brings it down to the Tigers, 50 metres out from their goal. Ball on the commentary side. Let's hope we see more of that as the day progresses. And great smother there from the Tigers of one of the Barton boys of the Chris variety. We'll see a boundary throw 55 out from goal, half forward.
Yeah, smothers are one of the things you don't really see anymore in football, but they're really handy for you.
Yeah, they're the old 1%ers. We want to see more as Rockbank get front position, bring the ball to ground. Ball 70 metres out from goal. It's taken there by Anderson. Kick around the body there from the Tigers up towards half forward. Off their hands there from Matt Swindells. And we'll see another ball up. So a few stoppages early.
Yeah, there is. They're pretty hard and feisty already, but let's see. It might open up a bit later on.
Well, that's what we expect to see between these two sides as Thompson's wrapped up there for the other Tigers. Ball slips out now. Chance here for the Tigers through the boot there of Mike Jones, and he registers a minus score. But they are looking very, very ominous early here, Shano, in the opening stages of Highlands FM footy.
Yeah, they are. They've dominated the attack so far, and they've got a really good ball set up with their defence coming out of Rockbank coming out of their back line.
Oh, they're kicking to the right of it, dial. The Rams, the Laurie Green Pavilion, and the Tigers to the scoreboard end as the ball goes up towards centre half back. Ball flies now. Tigers now. I think that was through Gilman. Ball hits the deck just on the edge of the cricket pitch, and the Rams now through around the body there from that was Brad Chisholm. Ball up to right half forward. It's taken there by Conway though of the Tigers. Brings the ball through hand now to a teammate coming through. That's Joseph. Pushes out towards the boundary line, but he's turned it over at the crucial stage as the Rams inside the forward 50 now, just on the bounce there. A 2-on-1. It does favour the Tigers. It does. How's the opportunity? GAWN. Umpire calls advantage here as Rockbank push inside the forward 50 and a mark and a goal. Bang! What a start. And here come the Rams through Lockie Calder, who kicked 3 goals last week, and he's showing good forms already, Shano.
Yeah, that was good stuff by Rockbank there. They didn't fall away there. They just kept hassling Lansfield, and they ended up turning it over.
Well, Lansfield did dominate the first few minutes there, but that's end-to-end football. Forced a turnover there at half-back and were able to turn attack, push inside the forward 50 quite quickly, and maybe that's what we're going to see from the Rams here this afternoon.
Yeah, they're going to try and counter-attack with on Lansfield today.
Well, we saw Leah Calder. Well, we didn't see, but the great man kicked the 3 goals last week, and he's put his team up by 5 points. The 3-minute mark here of this term here on Highlands FM, rocking the RDFNL in the Macedon Rangers here on Highlands FM as it's 1 straight 6 to 1 behind, and we'll endeavour to try and keep as many scores going as we can throughout the other RDFNL games as Chris Barton wheels it out now. That's to the Mark Gilman, former Centrals player. Big contest, big mark there from Scotty Swindells.
There was a good use of the body there in that marking contest. He held his opposition player out and he ended up taking it comfortably.
Well, I think if we're looking for X factors here for the Tigers in season 2015, this bloke in the number 22 Guernsey is the man. We know John Kent is an outstanding asset and a good recruit, but Scotty is almost unbeatable. 48 metres out from goal, question of accuracy. You build a man up, and in this case, to the contrary, kicks a goal. And it's 1-1-7 Tigers of the Lansfield variety. Lead Rockbank one goal, 4 minutes gone, Highlands FM football.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen a commentator's curse not work.
Yeah, it usually goes the other way around, doesn't it? But it's great, as you sort of said, just to get that front position, and then it was a perfect kick. It's textbook from almost dead in front, but it was a long 48 metres out from goal where he pulled the trigger, and that's a good sign.
It was nice and relaxed with the approach, and he just dropped it down on his foot perfectly.
Well, it's 1 point the margin here on Highlands FM. Lansfield lead this one. We did see a pretty tight start to the contest, but it's opened up in the last few minutes. And Rockbank felt they had the free kick. Umpire Dwayne Connell said, no, I'll ball it up, and they'll win the ball down now in the ruck. As the Tigers gather now across half back through Bowden. He's put under pressure there from his Rockbank opponent. It's turned over to Jack Waldron. He is GAWN. He's opposite number 5 there in Corey Gresh. Sends the ball up towards half forward. Calder drops one. He perhaps should have taken 35 out from goal up towards the boundary line. And we will see a ball up. 1-1-7 Lansfield, one goal Rockbank, 5 minutes gone, Highlands FM footy.
Yeah, that was a bit poor there by Lansfield. They had a couple of blokes out the back and they turned it over too easily.
Well, rucks go up again. I think it was a ball up there just in the metres in from the boundary line. Salsom Candy, the Rockbank player, up towards the forward line. Players will fly. How's the umpire going to see this? It's a touch. And it's through for a behind. And the scores are level 1-1-7 apiece, Highlands FM footy. We're joined now by the other man who does so much around the community and brings so much to Highlands FM footy, the great, marvellous Douglas McIver. Thanks for joining us, mate.
Good afternoon, Chris, and good afternoon, Chano, and good afternoon, listeners here at Lansfield Park.
Afternoon, Dougie.
Ball comes up now to, it's between wing and half forward. It's gathered here by Armistead there for a Rockbank. Ball pumped inside the forward 50, and a good mark on the slide there for Rockbank. He'll turn around for us and showcase his number. That is Mark Stevens, as we've got a team sheet there for you, Douglas. And you're firing up today, mate. I'm glad to have you along as always.
Yes, I've been over at the netballers, and when I get a moment and you give me the cue, I'll give you some netball scores.
Well, Mark Stevens, wrong side for a right footer, considering the angle is about 35 metres out. He wheels around and that's right foot. It is looking good. It is looking magnificent at home. And the Rams are off 2-1-13. Lead the Tigers 1-1-7. Douglas, we've had some great scores around the netball, and it's great to see you get out there, mate, in the heart of it.
Yeah.
After the A grade last week got washed out, 27 goals apiece in the third term.
Look, I tell you what, it was great to be over there with the netballers, and amongst the Rockbank team, quite a few with a Polynesian background, and just terrific. Look, in the under-19s, a good win to Lansfield, 40-12. In C grade, Rockbank 22 to Lansfield 14. A big upset in the B grade because Rockbank defeated Lansfield 26-22 in a tight one, and coming towards half time in the A grade, Lansfield, who is top of the ladder, 27, leading Rockbank 14.
Great work there, Douglas, as a free kick has been awarded to the Rams there in the middle of the ground to Jack Sims. He bombs the ball long up towards half forward now. Ball hits the deck and a free kick will go to the Tigers.
Yeah, it was just holding him off out the back there in that marking contest.
Apologies to those at the ground. We'll fix up that transmission just for you shortly. Here as the ball goes up towards the middle of the ground now, centre half forward, the Rams pump the ball long, uncontested, and that's Stevens again. He plays on, 2-on-1, and he has made a meal of that one.
Yeah, he loved his time again, he would have gone back.
Well, he was almost keen to play on straight away from about 35 metres out from goal.
Yeah, but he rushed it too much, and that's why he's missed it.
Oh, how crucial. A chance has gone begging there, Douglas.
Yes, it was. Lansfield would have been expecting, Rockbank would have been expecting a goal there, and of course both these teams, Rockbank haven't won a game yet, and Lansfield is 1-1, sitting up in the top 6.
Yeah, that's right, mate. There's 7 points to margin here on Highlands FM. 2-2-14 to 1-1-7.
And if you hear any background noise, it's the coach of Lansfield encouraging his players and issuing instructions to his runners.
Yeah, that's right, mate. As the Tigers have the ball across our back, White gets his first piece of it there for Lansfield, but he's thrown to ground. And a free kick has been awarded, and it'll go to Rockbank again, who've dominated the last few minutes, Shano.
They're just getting in under in harder and tougher, and Lansfield will sit back a little bit.
Yeah, well, they're sat back there in numbers now as they caress the ball across the outer side. It's gathered there by Mike Jones. Kicked the opening score of this one. 1-1-7 Lansfield, 2-2-14 Rockbank as Jones across half back. Sends the ball along the boundary line, up the outer side. Rockbank get front position. Umpire says play on. Ball hits the deck. Handball shove it out now. Here's a chance for the Rams, but he's handballed now into a lot of pressure, trying to struggle across the outer side. And we'll see a ball up 52 metres out from Rockbank's goal.
A lot of development going on and planned out of Rockbank, only about a population of about 2,000, something like that. Lansfield not much bigger, but certainly a lot of development expectations over in the Rockbank area along the Western Highway in the future. Let's see what happens in the future with the sporting community over there.
Quick around the ground, thanks to Buffalo Sports. Macedon 5 behinds, lead Wallen yet to score, and Rupo 1 behind, lead Diggers Rest yet to score opening stages over at Diggers Rest as the Tigers try to clear across half back. Kick up towards the wing. It's gathered there by Robbie Johnson, former Sunbury Kangaroo. And we'll see a boundary throw in quick score, other scores while we can. As Sunbury Kangaroos 2-3-15 lead Wood and Heskett yet to score. So we'll keep you up to date with everything that comes our way. Ruxcale up again. Rockbank with first possession. That's gathered there by Granviliani there for Rockbank. A kick up towards the middle of the ground though. It's taken there by Adam Sayers. Uses his left foot kick and spots up Swindells of the Matt variety. He fumbles at the crucial stage now. He's got a 2-on-1. Did he have possession? Umpire said no, that's all right. Handball out now to Anderson. Teammate there wrapped up. Back to Anderson. Going back with the flight of the ball beautifully was Nathan Malone, and he marks for the Tigers. This to get the margin back to 1 point at the 11-minute mark of the first term Highlands FM football.
Yeah, that was good stuff there by Lance. So they didn't give up. They just kept trying to push the ball forward, and in the end they've got a shot at goal.
Well, this is definitely gettable here for Nathan Malone. I'll fix that up for you, Dougie. I'll do the old switcheroo. As Nathan Malone, he goes bang, he goes home, and that is through here on Highlands FM as Dougie and I are going to switch cans.
Yeah, that was good conversion there by Lancel. They just kept pushing the ball forward. They had a shot and goal and they've converted. Now they're just going to get it out of the centre again and try and build some more momentum.
Well, it's margin looking a little bit more flattering now in terms of a close game. If you hear me loud and clear, Douglas. Oh, I love the thumbs up there from the great man. I've got it all good, mate. I've got the cans of the mobile phone, of course, listening to 100.7 FM here at the ground.
That was terrific work by Nathan there, Shane. He made space. He was anticipating his teammate to get the ball. He ran into open space. He lost his defender. Got the mark. A goal. Well
yeah,
done,
it was
Nathan.
good stuff.
Tigers get the clearance now. Dribble up towards the middle of the ground there. Almost taken there by, I think that was at Morgan. Kindred, Morgan. They're both outstanding players. Matt Swindells kicks inside the forward 50. Just got the kick away. Tigers with some numbers here. They've got a star player there in Mike Jones in support. Ball 50 out from goal. And we'll see a ball up. The Tigers kicking to your left of your dial. The scoreboard end. Rockbank to the right of your dial. And the wind has died down, fortunately.
A beautiful afternoon at the present, isn't it?
It certainly is as Rucks go up again. Rockbank now clear through Armistead. And they'll look to set now through a hill. Kick up and under there from one of the Rockbank stars. Armistead went up the one. Duke knocked it forward out towards the outer side there towards O'Neill. Ball cleared out towards the boundary line on the outer side. And we will see a boundary throw in, Douglas.
Fellas, before I joined you would have chatted about the umpires today. And any new umpires amongst them?
No, we've got
experienced umpires.
Yep, it's got a very good team out there, Douglas. Dwayne Connell, Matt Benucci doing Benacci. Never forget that one. As the ball goes up towards centre half forward there for Rockbank, although Lansfield use the numbers now. Bowden will bring it out towards the commentary side. Taken there by Jordan Kindred. He was a captain of the under-18 side a few years ago. Very good leader. Finds Matt Swindells here on the commentary ring right in front of us now. Puts it up towards half forward. Morgan there was taken down. Umpire says play on. Handball there from Tom Maney. Raise the elbow and a free kick to Maney across half back. Dougie.
Yes, great work by Maney there because Lansfield were on. They had the spare man further down in the pocket and good defence by the Rockbank player.
Certainly was by Maney. Can't miss him. He's a talented star of the redhead. Ball goes up towards along the commentary wing, taken there by Chris Barton, back to Gilman, and they're on the run now. As that was Kieran Barton up towards half forward. And finds our boy Johnny Kent. Kicked the laziest 12 last week, Douglas.
Yes, Shane, I like the way Lansfield are moving the ball and they're making space. And
they are
getting loose men out there.
Yeah, they are. They've been able to get a couple of players free down in the half back line. They've been able to spot up some targets down the field.
Excellent.
Well, Johnny Kent here for the Tigers. Right side for a right footer. He's got a booming kick. He loves a 6-point. It fades. And it's a mark there for the Tigers on the very last line. And that is to, I think that's the young Ben Anderson. The last time we saw him, Dougie, he was carried off the ground, not in a very good way.
Yes, I was thinking of him last night in our today in our sports wrap program. Didn't put it to air, but I was wondering how he was getting on. Yes, we remember well the injury and the effect it had on the Lansfield team.
Well, he kicked a goal out of nowhere there, and the crowd go nuts here at Lansfield Park, and they've put them in front now at a very crucial stage of this game. It is now 3-1-19 Lansfield to 2-2-14, and we've ticked the lazy 14.5 minutes gone here, Highlands FM football. How did he get that one?
How did that happen?
I wasn't actually watching.
Oh, it didn't go very high, did it? And the Rockbank defenders were unable to touch it before it went through from just a couple of metres away, a few metres away.
Yes, of course, you've got us here on 100.7 Highlands FM. As the Tigers gear up towards centre half forward, uncontested mark there, taken there by Chris Sensoric. Switch across the outer side now, and they've got their run now through Sebednicki. He will send the ball along inside the forward 50. Good hand there from Conway there for the Tigers. They lead this one by 5 points. It's Calder, like a slippery eel. Handballs to a teammate coming through. There was Rich inside the forward 50 again. Tigers with some numbers. Handball there on the last line of defence. That came there from Sayers. Out towards Dale Joseph. Gets the ball across the outer side. The ball might beat the start out there in Jack Waldron. Umpire says play on as that. Rockbank curl the ball back inside the forward 50. Probably hasn't been the most inspiring passage of play in the last few moments. And eventually we see a boundary throw in Chano.
Yeah, just have a look at the players at the moment. There's a lot of Lansfield players goal side, and there's a lot of Rockbank players on the defensive side.
So that basically the ball will come out or come straight back in?
Pretty much.
Looks like a game of tennis. As it's 3-1-19, 2-2-14. The home side leading this one by 5 points. We'll see another ball up. 17 minutes gone here in the first term. Highlands FM footy.
Very important for a forward side to apply the offensive pressure, and that relates to what Shane's point is. And if you've got it down your forward line, make sure you maintain the pressure and keeping the ball on your forward line.
That's right there, Douglas. Mark taken there by Sensoric, who's got the, must have had a little bit of claret, as he's got the head bandaged up. Inside the forward 50, offhands there from Calder, there of the Rams. It's gathered there by the Tigers. Handball across the outer side there. That came from Brett Pitts. First time we've called him today. As the Tigers kick up towards the middle of the ground. Taken there by Chris Barton. Across half back, defensive 50 on the outer side. Bring the ball out towards the commentary side, the players are saying. That's what we want. Ball up towards Sensoric. He overrun it, and in fact he nudged his man under the ball, and a free kick to the Tigers on centre wing outer side, Shane.
Yeah, so far there was a contest in the forward 50 for Rockbank, and they had one bloke up for the mark, and there was 6 Lansfield blokes at the bottom of the ball.
So they're using the numbers well, the Tigers, and Kent marks. He's got a long way out from goal. He's got the big fella.
Yes, he's had to wait for his teammates to come up. He's had to slow play down.
Well, he tries to find Gillum. He did get a push in the back, set umpire Dwayne Connell, and a free kick to Lansfield in the forward pocket. Wrong side for a right footer.
The old story, isn't it, Chris and Shane, of where free kicks happen, and you've just got to be very careful, and particularly in that situation. It was virtually just a one-on-one, Rockbank defending, and the Rockbank defender gave away a free kick.
Well, Gilman will put it towards the top of the square. Manny flew there for the Rams. At ground level, Nathan Malone. He's pulled off the pill really quickly there by a strong Rockbank defence. Ball 15 metres out. We will see a ball up. It's Lansfield 3-1-19, 2-2-14. Rockbank 19 and a half minutes gone. Highlands FM first term footy.
So far you can't fault both sides' attack on the ball.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't fault Matt Bonacci's attack there from the umpire's point of view, and he fell over at the crucial stage and had no idea what was going on.
Of course, in our AFL fixture, 2 stories. Melbourne's mental approach to the game last week. A good win against Richmond. Last night, Carlton. disappointing.
Terrible.
And so much in our game of football with effort. And as a result here at Lansfield, we've got a goal, Chris.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We'll be going to our mates at Red Onion at the 20-minute mark of the first term to see Scott Lambert. He went up uncontested. The ball landed in his lap about 8.5 metres out. Went bang straight through the goal and put the Tigers up by 11 points at the 20-minute mark of the first term. 4-1-25, 2-2-14. And the pleasing thing, Douglas, is that we've got 4 goals there from the Tigers, and they're all from 4 individual players. In saying that, we've got 6 goals on the board, 6 individuals.
Indeed. We talk a lot about the physical courage of the players, but there's a lot of mental capacity in your approach to the game. If you've got that mental approach and you want to get that ball, that means a lot to what your physical approach to the game is.
That's exactly right, as the Rams mark inside the forward 50. And I'm going to take a stab and say it was colder. But I could be wrong. And typical. The fact that we haven't seen this team before, Dougie, we've got no idea.
No idea whether some of the new players.
Yep, that's exactly
but it was a good marking contest. He only went up with one hand. He used the other hand to keep the Lansfield bloke away, and he took it with one-handed.
Yeah, that's right. And I probably took a stab and think it's sort of colder because he has shown a lot of dominance inside that forward 50 there for Rockbank. He's got 1 goal on the board, and fitting enough to mention the commentator's curse, 6 goals for 6 individual goal kickers. It is colder.
And he's missed.
Well, it still stays intact. He's still got 1 on the board. He's now got 1-1 on the board, and it's 2-3-15 to 4-1-25 in favour of the Tigers, and we are about 21 minutes gone here, Highlands FM footy.
Yeah, that would have been a handy goal there for Rockbank if they had to convert it, just to keep within striking distance at quarter time.
Yeah, 10 points is nothing in a game of footy at the moment, as we will have other scores coming up from around the grounds.
As well as we know, they've had a couple of opportunities. There was one that they messed up about 10 minutes ago in the first quarter. A couple of goals they could easily have had.
That's right there, mate. And thanks to, I'll make that point later on now as the Tigers have the ball across half back. Thompson marks. Of course, thanks to all the efforts around the club. The only one that's not getting the scores not getting put up online today so far is this one. So we'll have all the other scores up to date. So it's a dream for us at the moment now. As I think is that Anderson there for the Tigers. The ball will stay inside.
It didn't go out of bounds. It landed inside the line.
And now just a bit of confusion at play here.
It didn't get out of bounds.
Yep, and out of bounds on the full. And we'll back that decision there from umpire Sam Liccardi. That's football. These things happen, and the ball did go out of bounds, but Shana, the ball curled back in. So
It bounced on the ground.
It bounced in the ground, so yeah, technically that's still inside play.
All umpires make mistakes, and you just get on with the next one.
And that's a learning experience along the way.
Exactly. We'll make sure we'll get stuck into him later on. There is Kieran Barton. Marks between wing and half forward there for the Tigers, as Dougie will fix up your headset there in the next quarter as Armistead is taken too high. Armistead there for Rockbank. It's 4-1-25, 2-3-15. Rockbank trail deep into time on here. First term Highlands FM footy. Ball goes up towards our centre half forward. Tiger falls over at the crucial stage. As the Tigers gather possession now, and just almost a shimmy kick away now. Rockbank with some pressure. This is a big chance to get a late one here on Highlands.
They're going to make the most of this attack forward now.
Tim Sensoric inside the forward 50 mark there to Calder, I believe. And he is looking unstoppable at the moment here for Rockbank, but wrong side for a right footer, making things very difficult. But we did see, I think it was Anderson, kick a goal from a similar spot a few minutes back for the Tigers.
Yeah, you'd think with his class he'd probably convert this.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right here. He's tucked up on a very tough angle in front of a building crowd there at Laurie Green Pavilion. It's Calder. Kicked 3 last week. Would love to finish this term off beautifully. Question of accuracy, no doubt about it. It's 4 points of margin here on Highlands FM. Forget Diggers Rest and Rupo. Forget Romsey and Broadford. I think today we are going to have an absolute cracking close contest.
And that's all you can ask for.
Yep.
Good goal from the left footer's pocket for a right footer. That was a good goal. Well done.
Yeah, definitely right there, Dougie. It probably just builds on his confidence from the miss he had earlier at the 24-minute mark of this term. Good work there, Jeffrey. They're doing some sensational work here on the tech front. We thank all the support from the Lancefield Football Club and, of course, Rockbank for having us here today. And, of course, a great pleasure to see a good mate of ours and a mate of Highlands FM, Gav Spall, coaching for Rockbank.
Yes, good luck to him and with Rockbank and all that he does for Aussie football and for the community. Hey, I must say it's great to see the red and white colours out there. It goes back a long way in my heritage, and I think I was born at Albert Park, and I think of South Melbourne and I think of red and white, and it's not like the South Melbourne Footy Club's jumper, but it's good enough when you've got the red and the white, yes, and the heritage of the South Melbourne Football Club and of course the Sydney Swans and so on.
Rucks go up, Tigers bring it down the ground. They might get a chance to win a late one here. Anderson is first to the ball. He puts his arms up trying to get the free kick. Big bump there at centre half ball there for the Tigers. Kieran Barton gathers, goes to Anderson, right foot kick inside the forward 50. Malone went up. Here's a chance for Matt Swindells. Handball to a teammate there in Morgan under pressure. Great work here from the Rams. What a lot of spirit. But Scott Swindells ran it like a ball at a gate. Turn the ball over now. Anderson inside the forward 50 was Kent held on to. Yes! That's good persistence here from the Tigers, and I love the work here from Scotty Swindells in the middle of the ground. The commitment.
Yeah, it was good attack on the football. He just didn't want to give up, and he ended up getting the ball forward. Now they're going to having a shot on goal.
And important to note, often Lancefield have got numbers around the ball, and that's an instance that we've had in this passage of play where there were Lancefield players around the ball, and now a free kick certainly, but with getting possession down their forward line, they've had numbers around the ball to get it down there.
Here's a chance for Johnny Kent, 30 metres out directly in front. He's got it. He's got it. The Tigers now, they've put the margin out to 10 points. 5-1, 31, 3-3, 21. Highlands FM footy. We're deep into time on now. 26 minutes gone. Probably imagine 30 or 40 seconds left at most.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Rockbank have put a spare man in defence.
What's the background with John Kent, Chris? What's your background briefing?
Had a chat on the RDFL podcast during the week. He has crossed over from with the coach Ash Manning from the RDFL, who was the leading goal kicker in that competition, and it showed last week when he kicked 12 goals for Kilmore. Against Kilmore.
Against Kilmore, yes.
So that was it was a sensational outing there. So we expect to him to have a big day. We saw him round 1 Highlands FM footy. Did you get a lot of shots at goal? Not down anywhere near the corridor. There's a good pressure there from the Rams. Ball shovelled out now, just right of centre. Rockbank now. Chance with a long kick inside the forward 50. Two Tigers will watch this one go out of bounds. Of course, that was from boot off Jay Granvillani.
Yeah, but once again, in Rockbank's forward 50, there's 3 Lancefield blokes free. Rockbank got a man up.
Oh, that'll prove crucial in stages of this game in particular. Just to man up and give yourself a target.
Yes, and on the target aspect, this what Shane's addressing, I'm sure Gavin will have noticed what's happened a couple of times. And if you're coming down out of the midfield and you want to get it up to the top of the square, you've got to have men around there to be able to get the ball.
That's right.
Your teammates there.
As Lancefield clear across half back, we'll see a boundary throw in 60 metres out from goal. And quick around the grounds thanks to Buffalo Sports, proud sponsor of Highlands FM. Rupo 2-5-17. Lead Diggers Rest yet to score. Macedon 4-6-30. Lead Wallen yet to score. And Riddle 4 straight. Lead Melton Central's yet to score. And Sunbury Kangaroos lead Wood and Heskett by 22 points. So I don't think we can squeeze much more than that, other than the great scores of this game, which have Lancefield 5-1, 31 to 3-3, 21, as we see another boundary throwing out aside. And we'll get those scores for Tigers fans as well. And Richmond 1-6-12 trailing Geelong 2-2-14, and Sydney and Western Bulldogs 2-1 apiece.
And Lancefield 5-1-31 and Rockbank 3-3-21.
Doesn't get much bigger and better than that as the ball heads out again towards the boundary line. We'll see a boundary throw in between wing and half forward on the outer side. 5-1-31. We've ticked on 28 minutes. Seen a few boundary throw-ins. We've seen 8 goals. As rucks go up again, ball hits the deck. Tigers squeeze a kick out, but it will go down the throat of one man there, and that's Saxon Woodruff. Right foot kick inside the football up towards centre half forward, off hands. It was Morgan that came up with Waldron that came up with the spoil. Ball hits the deck. There's plenty of intensity in this one. Ball lands in the arms there of Berry, kick around the body, finds Calder. He plays on, and oh my goodness gracious me! If the umpire had a called play on and it wasn't a mark, fair enough. But if he wanted to get on with the job, well, that's just the tough luck of footy. And it is quarter time here at Lancefield Park, and it's Lancefield 5-1-31 lead. Rockbank 3-3-21. Goal kickers Nathan Malone, Anderson, Scott Swindells, Lambert, and Kent there for the Tigers. And for the Rams, Calder's kicked a couple. Mark Stevens with a single. We'll be back for the second quarter right after this Highlands. So not too many people would have suspected that, Shane.
No, it's a good start by the Bulldogs. They've come and attacked pretty hard, obviously, on Sydney, and Sydney just can't cope with the pressure so far.
And Dougie was out of the huddle. We'll get the summary there in the next break in play here on Highlands FM. It's the Tigers to your right of your dial. It's Rockbank to the left as the ball gets pumped inside the forward 50 there from Jones. Ball up towards half forward now. Senseric of the Chris variety handballs the ball up. Teammate wrapped up there in Armistead. Ball up. Dougie, your thoughts, mate?
Well, Gavin Spall, the coach of Rockbank Footy Club, highlighting that the fellas were tending to spread off too soon. He wants them to stop leading the contest, stop peeling off, and they're also constantly getting a problem there too, with getting in one another's way. He felt they've got targets down the ground, get to the ball, possess it, secure it, and attack. An attack to the top of the square, very, very important. Make a contest of things down there, and the inside 50s play he's fairly happy with, pretty good. The back line's good, but wants to see more running from the defenders.
Well, we're seeing a little bit of running now as the ball's out in front of us here on the commentary side. Rockbank put their head over the ball as a teammate. Sorry, that was Russell Rich just looking for someone coming through. No one was coming through. In fact, that was him that went to the ground there, and it was Jake Sims that was looking for a handball. We'll see a ball up about 60 metres out from goal. Douglas.
And Chris, I dropped over to the A-grade netball, and Lancefield's doing well over there on top of the ladder. 43 leading Rockbank 24 in the last quarter.
Great work there, mate. Probably a good sign there for the Rams to have a competitive effort over there as well, as Anderson wins a free kick in front of us here on the commentary side. Ball goes up towards centre. We got a 2-on-1! It's Scott Swindles. He went up. I blew the headphones off Jeffrey from that one. He'll need to see a doctor trying to recover his burst eardrums as the ball heads out of bounds. But Scotty Swindells went up. He didn't
bring it down though.
No, don't even think he got anything on that.
Fly me to the moon.
We know when Douglas gets excited, he starts singing.
It is fantastic when you get a ride and you're up, but you're able to take the mark as well.
Yeah, well, we've seen a few big ones here on Highlands FM in season 2015 already as the Tigers push forward again inside the forward 50. It was a mongrel-looking kick there from Pitts. He tried to find Kent. Ball just dribbles out of bounds. We'll see a boundary thrown in front of Laurie Green Pavilion and 25 metres out from goal.
I've already noticed in the second quarter there is Lansfield players free again.
So they haven't learnt their lesson here, the Rams.
Not as yet.
Well, we'll see how they go at the right of Vidal here, the Tigers, and the Rams to the left of Vidal, and a free kick has been paid for a hold, and it'll go towards the Rams, and the bandaged one there, Chris Sanseric. Perhaps a little bit of claret earlier on in the game. As the ball switches across the outer side, Armistead marks a previous winner of the prestigious Hang Rock Winery Highlands FM Player of the Day, as Severnicki has the ball across the outer side. Look at the boy go. The former Western Jet kicks the ball inside the forward 50. Ball misses plenty of Tigers. It's taken there by White though. The numbers prevail now through Bowden there of Lansfield. And they find Lambert, who kicked an incredible goal in that first term. Ball misses a couple of players again. That's what we love about the game, Douglas. Yes, we don't know where the series is going to go, mate.
That's right, the oval ball.
It's a crazy ball it is, as we'll see a ball up smack bang in the middle of Lansfield Park, bathed in sunshine this afternoon.
So one of the points that Gavin is really making about spreading too soon leaves the Rockbank player with probably 2 or 3 Lansfield players around him, and he doesn't want those fellas peeling off too soon. Wants to see the contest and getting possession.
Well, we'll see how they go now as the Tigers lead this one 5-1-31, 3-3-21 as Anderson wins the ball, handballs to a teammate who absolutely missed it. Armistead inside the forward 50, Calder, ball hits the ground, and Bowden gathers possession here for the Tigers. He'll switch it out towards the commentary side.
Well smothered.
And here's a chance for Calder. He's got a teammate there in support. He flicked the smother and kicked an amazing goal.
It was already a point beforehand.
Oh, we got excited for nothing there from Jack Sims. Good call there, Shana. That's why you're the umpiring expertise.
Again, shows the value of smothering, doesn't it? Being up there and being able to keep that ball on your forward line. Nearly got a goal out of the smother, but not quite.
Well, it's 3-4-22, 5-1-31, 4 minutes gone. Second term Highlands FM footy, thanks to Buffalo Sports and Hanging Rock Winery, proud sponsor of Highlands FM. So the ball goes up towards centre half back. Brad White now finds Matt Bowden running through. Sends the ball out towards the outer wing over the head there of Matt Swindells. Was he held on to? It doesn't matter. He puts his jets on. He says, you can't catch me. I'm just too good. Although the kick inside the forward 50 was a little bit ambitious. We'll see a throw in 15 out from goal.
He didn't steady himself as he was running. He was just trying to run too quick.
Was he too exhausted there?
It probably could have been. But there was no target inside 50. They were just all on their man. They weren't leading.
Yes, it's a big issue for players who want to use their pace and their speed. And if they want to deliver the ball, they've got to make sure they're getting balanced. And sure, they've got speed, but they've also got to get the balance to be able to deliver the ball where they need to deliver it.
Ball 8 metres out from goal. Rams on the last line of defence. The ball is socketed through for a rush behind. So a couple of rush behinds to start this term from both sides at the 5-minute mark here of this term, and it's back out to 10 points, 5-32.
And it's terrific what players can do on the practice tracks on the things that we're just talking about at the moment, with using your pace with the ball, bouncing, and then having a target up the field that the coach has set up for you then to deliver the ball. Lots of things you can do on the practice track, Chris.
Yep, that's right there, mate. I'll give out a quick score from Rupo and Diggers Rest. It's an interesting game over there. As Senseric flies, the bandaged one. Handballs to a teammate straight away as the ball comes out towards the commentary wing. Right in front of us now. The Rams are up and about, and that is going to be a 50-metre penalty. Every day of the week, that was always going to be a 50, and Shano, he just encroached too much too soon, didn't let go.
Yeah, he just had on a little bit too much, and the 50's been paid straight away.
And that will go to Robbie Johnson. Quick around the grounds in the RDFNL. Rupo 5-6-36, lead Diggers Rest 4 straight.
A good game over there.
It is.
From the scoreboard.
Yep, not as good as what we've got here. It's 10 points the margin here. And Macedon lead Wallen by 41 points in the top of the ladder clash. As Bobby Johnson, question of accuracy, he's got it. We've got the close one here in Highlands FM. It's back to 4 points. And the Rams, they're here to play today.
Yes, they are. They've attacked the football. They've obviously let Lansford have a couple of easy goals, but now they've just got to keep fighting at it and just try and keep pushing the ball forward.
So Lansfield have got their noses in front, and we've just got one score there, 5-2-32 for Lansfield.
And here's an interesting one.
It's 4-4-28 to Rockbank.
Interesting one over at Riddle and Centrals. Riddle 7 straight. Centrals yet to register on the score. And meanwhile, just down the road there at Romsey Park, it's 54 Sunbury Kangaroos to Warden Heskett 14. So they almost kicked a better higher score than what they kicked last week. Yes. Doing all right over there as the Rams moving across. This has got all the makings of an absolute ripper. Shimmy kick there from Johnson under pressure. Ball out towards Armistead. He puts his body over the ball. Did he drag it in? No, he didn't. We'll see a ball up about 55, 60 metres out from goal. Rams steer left, Tigers steer right.
And just while you say that, Chris, you can see that there's 2 free Lansfield blokes just sitting in Rockbank's forward 50.
Just waiting for the ball to press forward. And that's the point you've been making all game. They haven't learnt that in about 35 minutes of footy. As the free kick's been awarded to the Tigers across the outer side. An half back. That went to Chris Barton. And a mark taken there by the Rams. Just along centre wing, outer side. Reasonable crowd here today. Rockbank now, they mark through Chisholm. Rarely sighted so far today. Have been told he's a handy player. Ball goes up towards half forward. Here is one of the Barton boys of the Kieran variety. Did he have possession? Umpire said yes, he did. That's okay. Love and well. An up and under kick up towards half back. The Tigers, you've just got a feeling they've got some run here in this contest. Ball will go up towards the middle of the ground. And a free kick will pay to the contest in front. That was Matt Swindells. He bombs the ball long. Who's underneath this one? Well, Kent, he stuck the one juke out. Great pressure there from the Rams. Sensational. And Scotty Swindells will see that out of bounds. And that was John Prudek.
St Lyndon Thompson, after he delivered that ball, he was given a reminder by the Rockbank player at the umpire allowed play on.
Well, expect a bit of heat in this one now. So Boundary throw falls a little bit short. Here's a chance here for the Tigers. Matt Swindell's tried to get away from it. Right foot kick there from Tenzir Zurich. Spots up Morgan here for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was just a helpless kick out of 50. Just didn't hit it. Just put it on the boot and then straight down the Lancefield's throat.
Yeah, and leading it into the corridor instead of going around the boundary.
And that's exactly what's happened there as well. Corridor kick there inside the forward 50 there from Morgan, who felt the pressure when the umpire called play on. And Rockbank take an uncontested mark, defensive 30. Right foot kick up towards the middle of the ground. It's a big contest between Rich and Sayers. It's Sayers that'll recover well. Tigers though with some numbers. Can they use it? Kieran Barton, he is slammed to the ground. Umpire says play on. Rockbank player looked up and said, how about that one? Not forthcoming now. As the Rams try to pick the ball up across half back, they do so successfully there through Marshall. A dribbling kick along the boundary line. White's the first one there for the Tigers. Handball's inboard now. Right foot kick will go up towards the big boy there and Lambert in the middle of the ground. Getting ready, set to go. He heard the call from Bowden. Right foot kick inside the forward 50. Players will fly.
Well spoiled.
From Maney.
Well spoiled. He's done some good defensive work, Maney, a couple of times today.
Yeah, especially right in front of us as well, Dougie. And he hit the free kick before, earlier on, and he's a player every club needs.
Yeah, with the domination that Lance sort of had in the centre and the green, they'll be very unhappy with the way that they haven't been able to score.
Well, Matty Swindells goes bang and misses. And apologies, listeners. We'll keep a reminder to mention the scores more frequently as Lanceville 5-3-33, 4-4-28. Matty Swindells, his opening score of the day. So that was a chance gone begging there, guys. Swindells had a bit more space and time.
He just needed to take a little bit more time.
Well, ticked on 11. It's 11 minutes gone here in this term, and it's 5 points the margin here on Highlands FM football. Rockbank across half back, right foot kick. Just a Sims there, he went up. Not forthcoming there on the mark, and we'll see Andrew throwing quick around the grounds in the AFL, and Geelong have now kicked away by 27 points. They're 45 to Richmond 18, and it's 14 points the margin at quarter time in favour of the Dogs.
Yes, I think every week's an important match for Richmond, but this is particularly important to them.
Exactly, with Damien Hardwick, although it's important here for the Tigers. There's a free kick too high, pushing forward. Almost falling forward in the momentum of the tackle. And a free kick will go. That's to the
number 12.
Number 12 there for the Tigers. That is Connor Barton. Haven't called him too many times today. But with that breeze sort of pushing, he might be a chance.
I think it might just drop a bit short. But there's not many people out in the line, so they must be expecting him to kick it.
Well, the young fella, or the little fella, 45 metres out from goal. It was a good call, Shana. They probably went for extra distance and went through for a minus score. So it's 5-4-34, it's 4-4-28. It's 6 points in margin, Douglas Highlands FM footy.
Yes, and I'm just thinking of Gavin's instruction to his players about contest in packs, locking the ball in, getting possession, and then getting it out to the spread. And I'm just analysing just to see how the players are responding to Gavin's request.
Well, they're responding well as Calder tried to go up for the mark. Umpire said play on. Ball 40 metres out from goal. Here come the Rams, although the Tigers with the numbers again, Shano. It's still happening, mate.
Yeah, it's still happening.
And the second attempt was... No, that was a good mark.
Yes.
And what the supporters need to do here is play to the whistle, just like the players. As Bowden sends the ball long. Out towards the commentary wing to Davita Vanua. A thumping kick up towards Nathan Malone. He sells some candy. He sidesteps his opponent, bumped as he kicked it, played on well. And Mark. In this case here, we can see the coach here from Ash Manning here for the Tigers. Just get on with it.
Very frustrated at the way these players are responding to the umpire's calls.
If that had been a goal to Rockbank, I reckon he would have gone on there and pulled the boots himself or pulled those players off, because players just have to be drilled.
Play to the whistle.
Yep. It doesn't matter, but that was right in front of us. We weren't in any better position than what any of the players were. So, anyway, John Kent for his second goal, he's missed. And a chance goes missing there for the Tigers. It's 5-5-35 to 4-4-28. We have 14 minutes gone for second term Islands FM footy.
Yeah, after kicking really straight in the first quarter, they haven't really converted in this second.
Yeah, it's painful at times. We saw a lot of goals. Last goal there for the Tigers was at 26-minute mark of the first term. And we're now more than halfway in this second term. Asayas handballs into Gilman. He runs into the brick wall, but he raised the elbow in the contest, and a free kick and a 50-metre penalty against the Rams. I think
for abuse.
Yep, a bit of lip service there from Corey Gresh, and Mark Gilman will be within range. And this, we talked about it being a long time between goals. Gilman must kick this one.
Yeah, they need to kick this to keep that buffer on Rockbank, because Rockbank now charging hard at them, but the Lansford just kept them at bay at the moment.
That's right. Des Dougie, we spoke about before, just played to the whistle, and Corey Gresh didn't play to the whistle there. He wasn't happy with the umpire's decision as Gilman, he's just missed from about 25 metres out from goal.
Yes, it's all part of sport and discipline. You realise that at times you feel the umpire's made a bad call, or a call that you felt was different to the way the umpire perceived it, but you've just got to get on them. It's whatever sport it is, get on with the game, focus on that, and that's self-discipline by the player and playing the team game as well.
That's right, Douglas. 36-28 here on Highlands FM. 15 minutes gone in this second term. Highlands FM football. Ball between wing and half forward. Great work there from Hill. Sensational. Handball over the top now to Berry. Now it's to teammate who slips over the crucial stage. That's O'Neill. Dishes it out towards the man line. Back to Berry. Handball's in front of White. He just got the handball. Very clever. Though Bowden again. Those loose Manchono.
Bowden's been loose all game in that back line.
That's probably, he's had it well and truly over a dozen uncontested possessions, and that is no understatement. As they switch the ball across the outer side here at Lansfield. Here's a chance for Kieran Barton. Right foot kick, worm burner up towards Kent, who's only kicked the one goal today. Ball inside the forward 50. Kent, did he have possession? Just squeezed the kick away. Still in the field of play. Rockbank players, two of them fought over the nugget. An umpire said play on from about 25 metres out from goal. Here's a chance for, I think it was from Connor Barton. Back to Morgan. He's wrapped up, holding the ball. The intensity's lifted. It's 36-28 in favour of Lansfield. 16 gone, second term.
Yeah, the intensity has lifted in this quarter so far, Chris, but at the moment Rockbank aren't getting the run that Lansfield are getting from the half-back line. They're pretty stop-start stagnant.
And it all comes to Rockbank man up again. Bowden, he's taken another uncontested possession, this time in the middle of the ground, spears it over the head there of, I think it was Morgan who was coming through, and now Rockbank will look to clear. This is going to be a good, hard-fought contest. Good run here for the Rockbank player from defence, but he got it straight towards Big Lambert, and he pumped it inside the forward 50, and now Nathan Malone will have a shot at goal.
Yeah, that was the situation there by the Rockbank line. He should have just put it on his boot and just got it out of there.
Well, sometimes it is worth having a blaze away, Douglas. I think in that case, just throw the ball in the boot. Dougie's just shaking his head in disgust after that. Cannot believe what he's just seen. Malone for the Tigers to put the margin out. I think to a game high margin. 14 points. Just need a bit of a right to left, and a right to left it is, and go straight back to the middle. He's kicked his second goal of the day on Highlands FM footy. It's 6-6-42 to 4-4-28, and Dougie, that was probably well deserved there for the Tigers for all their hard work.
Well, I think that Gavin Spall would be very disappointed with his defence coming out and just handballing it directly to the Lansfield player, and then allowing him to just hit to another Lansfield player for a goal. Yeah, I think Gavin would be very disappointed.
Yeah, it's a coach killer turning the ball over inside the square.
But isn't that just the pressure as well that the Tigers have put on?
Well, there's pressure there, but also there's this is where the Rockbank team have to work closely together, calling out to his teammate and letting him know what's going on.
And stop giving away little niggly little free kicks behind play.
Oh, a free kick has been awarded in the middle of the ground to Ben Anderson. Probably hasn't had the impact that he would have liked so far, but is arguably the best player in this team here for the Tigers inside the forward 50. Scott Swindell's marks. And he will go through. He'll close his eyes and send this through. The high diddle. A big goal, and this will blow the margin out to 20 points if he can kick this.
Yeah, Rockbank had 3 blokes there at that contest, and not one went up with him to go and spoil him.
And you probably need to with this this guy because he is a very strong contested marker, arguably the best in the team. As Scott Swindell's question of accuracy, just never doubted that the moment to come off the boot. It is perfection at its finest, and his Tigers teammates get right around him now as the Tigers have kicked a couple of goals in a couple of minutes, and they put the margin out to 20 points. It is 48-28, and Dougie, the tide has turned.
Yes, it has. Just a point about coming out of the back line. Yes, it's good because carrying the ball, if you're going to take a couple of bounces, you've got to be very confident about that you're going to be able to deliver the ball. And as we've said, if you're under pressure, particularly while you're trying to bounce the ball, you've got to think about, well, do you want to take that extra bounce and put yourself under pressure? Question mark there about running with and carrying.
Well, Lansfield have got the momentum now as they push inside the forward 50. An uncontested mark taken there by Bobby Johnson. Probably has to use his experience.
Yeah,
it is a little bit. You guys keep your eye on that one, or keep your eye on the play if there's anything interesting in that. Meanwhile, ball at half board. There's a bit going on between both players in the middle of the ground. I know Ben Anderson's in there, and we'll see a ball up. And it's still going on. The Dukes are up. The whistle's blown. And a free kick is not being awarded out of this one. In fact, it has. What's happening here? Well, the players just stopped and a yellow card's been dished out.
So I think number 6 for Lansfield.
Well, we did talk about Penny Anderson probably not having the best game, and that's been indicated right there. Free kick to the Tiger cross half back. So Anderson yellow carded at the 20-minute mark of his term.
So you might just explain when you got an opportunity what the yellow card means, because that's the first yellow card we've had this year, isn't it?
That's right.
At our games.
I think he's off for 20 minutes.
He's off for 20 minutes and he cannot be replaced.
So Lansfield will be down to 17. Ball now at half forward there for the Rams on the outer side. It's 7-6-48 to 4-4-28. Quick around the grounds in the RDFNL. Rupo 5-6-36. Diggers Rest 5-3-33.
That's a good comeback there from Diggers after not scoring in pretty much the first quarter.
Yeah, that's right. It's maybe the wind advantage is playing havoc down there, as it often can down at Diggers Rest. As the ball heads out towards the boundary line on the outer side, players crash, bang, and it's out of bounds on the full free kick.
Yeah, it just looks like it's just clipped the bloke's foot as he's tried to stop it from going out of bounds.
And there's no say with the umpires. Dwayne Connell trying to tap through. Matt Bonacci didn't see that one come through. So, chance here for Rockbank, and it couldn't be in the arms of a better player in Lee Zebanicki.
He chipped in very nicely, didn't he, into that sort of half-forward position.
Yeah, it was perfect. Well, he is one of the best players in this Rockbank outfit, and if you had to rely on a player to kick a goal at a crucial stage, even if he misses this is the guy that's going to get the job done. Lee Zebanicki. We've seen him kick a few goals here on Highlands FM in the past. And he'll probably appear in the interleague. Question of accuracy, it is perfect. It is a goal!
Good goal.
That's a team lifter! 5-4-34. Rockbank to 7-6-48. And Anderson getting yellow carded there. That was crucial because that ultimately resulted in a goal down the other end.
Indeed it did.
It only just got there though. It almost got touched on the line. It was pretty poor by Lansfield.
Well, that's the commentator's curse has gone in reverse twice so far today. At the 22-minute mark here of this term, it's back to 14 points.
The goal kickers, Chris, have you got the up-to-date list there?
Yeah, the leading goal kickers so far. Lockie Calder's kicked a couple there for the Rams, and Nathan Malone and Scotty Swindells have kicked a couple there for the Tigers. The free kick's been awarded.
Thanks, Chris.
Well, no worries, mate. It's a pleasure. As Gilman has the ball in the middle of Lansfield Park. He'll pump the ball along. Not long to go here in this term. Scott Swindells gave a free kick through in the back. Free kick to the bandaged one. In Tim Sinceric, back to the goal kicker. Defensive 50 for Rockbank. Lee Zebanicki.
Well, we're into round 3. You'd expect the players should be getting to know each other pretty well now and help the teamwork. Let's hope that's the case.
Oh, costly turnover there, and it lands in the arms of Lambert. He's got a player going back with a fly to the ball, and that's Malone. Uncontested.
No play within 5 metres of him.
Well,
It was all up in his line. When Rockbank had that free kick in their back 50, he was sitting there all by himself.
yeah, players just, I guess accountability has to be a key figure. And Malone, he's tucked up on the wrong side for a right footer, but we've seen the right footers kick goals from these pockets. Question of accuracy, it fades away.
One thing about Malone that we've noticed, he has got that ability to lose his opponent and find space.
He certainly does, and very crafty, and he's a very smart player. Margin out now to 15 points here on Highlands FM, deep into to time on. 24 minutes gone here in this second term. The Tigers have kicked a lot of points this term. 2 goals, 6 so far. As umpire calls play on it, they're on the outer side. Chance, in fact, a free kick play on advantage here for Rockbank. And Shano puts his head in his hands, but fortunately it's paid off after a silly turnover. Still proved out to be beneficial as the Tigers bury their head into the ground there. And too high. And for those wrestling fans out there, that was the equivalent of a DDT.
Trying to pin him for the count. Chief Little Wolf and Dirty Dick Rains, all of that. Xander Zabo from years back, a bit of wrestling in there, locked in the ball. And at half time, we find Lancefield 7-7, 49, and Rockbank 5-4, 34. 15-point lead to Lancefield at half time.
Well, I thought I might. I was going to have a chat to Gav. I might have a chat to him to start the third term, but he's having a chat to his boys there at the moment there for the Rams. I think he'd be very disappointed with the last few minutes. As Dougie's going to go over the netball. We'll keep an eye on that one there as both coaches are in there. Well, I think Ash Manning's already gone, but the Tigers have gathered, and Gav's got his team in there. What do you think he'd be saying in there, Shano?
I think he's just saying that they didn't. They've got at the end of that quarter, they didn't finish the quarter off very well, so they've got some things to work on in the third quarter. He's just probably just trying to lay down the law. He doesn't seem to be having a go at them too much. He's just telling them nice and calmly, just say this is some things we need to work on in the second half.
Well.